What up, people? It's your boy Chig from Guna Eagle Eye, coming to you again with a brand new video. This time it is Guna always late. Oh my gosh. Anyway, sorry, just reading people's comments. They do demand being on time. Anyway, Guna Eagle Eye coming to you again with a brand new video. This time it is a late night Chig, where I talk to you about stories relating to the Arsenal. Really, people banging on about why am I not on? Relax. And let's talk about the story at hand. And this story annoyed me. I'm not going to lie. I put it in a few groups that I'm in. As soon as I laughed, and that was the Cedric Soares story. Obviously, for anyone that was living under a rock for the last week or so, we completed a deadline day loan signing for Cedric Soares. Basically, he was winding down the last year of his contract. It was into the last 6 months. Arsenal saw it as an opportunity to say, all right, well, you guys are letting him go. We don't necessarily have money to buy him outright, but here's a loan fee. You might as well have a loan fee for the last 6 months that he has on your contract anyway, and we'll pay his wages. So Southampton were like, yeah, all right, then sounds like a good deal. Little did we know how much of a good deal Southampton actually thought it was. But were reportedly stunned by Arsenal's pursuit of Cedric Soares, and were pleasantly to offload him to the Emirates in the January transfer window. Saints chief expected Soares, whose contract was expiring at the end of the season, to be seeking a move away from the club, but we're expecting his representatives to be in talks with lower league clubs. Oh no, what have we done? Lower league clubs, not even Premier League clubs, people. Not even Championship clubs, lower league clubs or teams abroad. And to lose him on a free when his current deal ended. They could have scarcely believed that a club of Arsenal's stature. Oh my, what has these Americans done to us? They could scarcely believe that a club of Arsenal's stature was coming in for the Portuguese right back, particularly when it was revealed that he suffered a knee ligament damage away to Palace on the 21st of August. Is expected to be out for a couple of weeks, willing to pay Southampton's $5 million for his services. Southampton barely believe that. Where is barely believe that? While they aside from certain relationships between the Gunners and Soares representatives, according to The Athletic, Arsenal bosses believe that they will get the transfer market once Soares. That didn't stop eyebrows being raised when he arrived at London Colney wearing a knee brace, although they were confident that the ligament damage is healing well. When I put this story up, I'm not going to lie to you. So I've been saying it's trash. In my welcome to Arsenal video, I flat out say the guy. I'll tell you from early. In terms of risk, I guess it's not something we have to deal with particularly long. It is a 6 months loan, but it just shows you the recruitment around this club is shoddy at best. I mean, at best, it is shoddy. The fact that we've identified that for some reason, Arsenal forget all that. That they identified that right back was in a position we needed strengthening at, bamboozles me in itself. But see, now that what's his name, Saka's gone injured, you would have said that would have presented an opportunity. Oh yeah, that's right. Silly me, I forgot the player is also injured. It's like we've not learned any of. This is the thing. As much as I want to crap all over the weasel, Ivan, we are literally copying and pasting his mistakes. We're getting substandard players that are not even fit to play for this club. Just so that Southampton. This is why people. I had to block a couple of idiots on Twitter like, "Oh, Chig, how can you say that? He's not even kicked a ball from us." It's like, are you dumb? Forget the fact that he's a Premier League player and you should be watching him every single week. The club that we're buying him from said, really? Arsenal want him. If that don't tell you all you need to know, nothing fucking well. The club we bought him from were like, Arsenal? Are you being serious? Cool. 5 million? Cool. Go before they realize they made a mistake. They know he's injured, right? Cool. Force through that. The logic. And here's the thing. I already know what the fuck's going to happen. I know what the fuck's going to happen, right? He's going to have 2 decent games. And then you motherfuckers are going to come and hit my mentions up saying, oh, Chig, I thought you said he was a bad player. He's had 2 games where he hasn't made a calamitous error. Give him a second. Oh, Arsenal. Oh, the decisions that are made, especially in defense. Like, you go from chasing Apple to then thinking David Luiz is a good enough replacement for Apple Meccano. But all right, personally, I don't rate Luiz and never have done. But I could see at least a little bit of logic in the sense that at least David Luiz is a winner. He's a leader. Maybe there's some kind of logic there. I even at his peak, I never thought he was good enough. But okay, maybe there's a logic there. I feel like David Luiz has good PR because he's blasted the ball in a couple of times from 40 yards now. So now every time he's 40 yards out, Arsenal fans are expectant. And in my mind, I'm like, calm the fuck on. He's done it 2, maybe 3 times for Chelsea 3 years ago. Stop it. He ain't going to blast this in. Stop it. It's bad enough when that happens. But there's some kind of form of logic there. When Southampton are like, hey, we were expecting a one championship team to come in for him. Never mind, not even a Premier League team. A championship team or abroad. And when I say abroad, they don't mean Spain. They mean some dusty league that can barely kick ball, that barely have football nets up. Cool. Flog him. They know he's injured, right? Like a knee ligament damage injured. Like he's got a knee brace like he's Stone Cold Steve Austin injured. Oh, okay, cool. Before they realize they done fucked up. Get that shit signed. Put through. ASAP. Oh, we are so dumb. We're so dumb. And I know what people are going to say, oh, but Chig, you never know. He might be determined to work out. And I said this myself. My man was grinning like a Cheshire cat. I said it at the time. I was like, he was almost too happy to be joining Arsenal. Like, it's kind of like, because you take stock sometimes when you join a club, right? Like, even when Pepe seems to have that kind of miserable demeanor. When you join a club, it depends where that club is, status-wise. Are they doing well? Are they winning trophies? Yeah, and I always like watching player interviews because you guys know me, I'm a psychology guy. So I like to read between the lines of stuff. I like to look at body language, how enthusiastic they were. Now, given the shit that Arsenal are going through, my man was grinning like a Cheshire. He was grinning like he just molested a little boy, right? And I'm just like, this guy's a bit too happy. Like, he knows what we're doing, right? Like, he knows where Arsenal are. He was too happy. So I was like to myself, okay, maybe, maybe, all right, maybe he's just enthusiastic. You know what I mean? Maybe he's 28. He never thought he'd get a move to Arsenal. It was his chance. It's basically his version of a long trial period for himself. Maybe he just thought, yeah, this was going to be that time. And then when I saw that, I just thought to myself, oh man, we signed another dud, haven't we? Like, we signed another dud. This to me is beyond the panic buy, bub. It's beyond the panic buy. This is more like we just decided we needed someone, kind of went eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and landed at this idiot. And then just decided to buy him. And then, like I say, to me, I already know what's going to happen. You guys are going to tell me something about on the lines of, oh, well, you know, Chig, he hasn't been that bad. Look, last couple of games, he's done all right. No, he ain't done all right. He just hasn't completely fucked up yet. Give him a second. But I saw that story. I thought I had to talk about it briefly with you guys. What do you think? Is this just another sign that the board are just fucking up? That they've not learned any lessons from the previous regime, and it's just the same old nonsense? It is the same old nonsense. You know, I said this on my watch along with Lee on Saturday. You know, Arsenal, for me, I still think Pepe will come good. But Arsenal, the only team that boasts like they don't have money. They clearly need to spend money on the defense. And almost as a way of saying F you to everybody, but still not addressing their biggest issue, is going to spend 75 million on a right winger. Like, hey, what are you talking about? Why not go and get Koulibaly? I'm not necessarily 100% sold on Upamecano, but why not go and get Upamecano if you're really about this life? There are so many defenders you could have got with that money. But instead, you went and thought, oh, let me go and get Nicola Pepe. Right? The logic don't make no sense. It does not make sense. It's like I'm meant to be excited for what? For being 10th. I'm wondering if we'll get relegated. How much more being excited? Being excited for what? Useless board. I'm sorry. Useless. And this is where I love my brother. I love my brother Lee. But this is where Lee's smoking bone if you don't think Stan is involved in this. If you don't think Stan is at fault for this as well. This is his team. This is his regime. Under his leadership, we are 10th. There's no getting away from that. Any other business, if you are losing this, the only equivalent I can attribute it to is if you are the CEO, right? I'll give you an example. You don't want to like this example, but bear with me. It's a business example, right? Recently, WWE have just lost $1 billion from their value, from their market share, because Vince McMahon did some crazy nonsense and he sacked 2 of the biggest presidents or CEOs or whatever he did in charge. So obviously the stock just dropped. It dropped like 28%. And in doing so, they lost $1 billion from their value. There's a reason that all eyes are on Vince right now. My man will be under pressure. They'll be under pressure. Gosh, I can see I'm lagging. Don't know how to fix that. They'll be under pressure right now. Because that's what happens. When your club is 10th, do you think that value of Arsenal is not coming off right now? Do you not think they're not worth less than they were 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 5 years ago? That's on Stan. That is on Stan. I'm sorry, that is on Stan. Then you're going for these schmoes who are not even fit to play football. So what exactly have you brought them in for? It's just unbelievable. It's just a perpetuating cycle. Constantly. It's like we almost have to tank our club in order to see this guy go. That's the only way he'll bounce when the club ain't worth a damn. Oh, so frustrated. I'm so frustrated. When I saw that story, and I know you lot are sitting there like, why are you overreacting this badly? I mean, the boy hasn't kicked football. You might turn out to be something. You might. Oh, come on. We've seen this before. Let's be real here. How many people hoped and prayed Kim Kallstrom would turn into something? And how many people were proven right when he didn't turn into something? The same situation. At least the club was. They were like, cool. Sign that paper still. Damn. Oh man. Everything about us is so poor. It is so poor. It is so poor. Our fans don't, Gunu Carl. I think some of our fans don't. Evening, Kerry. I hope you're well, my darling. I think some of our fans don't either. Anyway, it is what it is. You guys let me know what you think. I'm scared to go another website because I know it's a bit laggy for you guys at the moment, and I'm disappointed by that. It shouldn't be. It might be the website that I'm getting my stories from. It's made it lag. So, geez, come off this. That will stop the lag. Huh, Maya Jammer's trending. I wonder why. Let me check something for you guys. Please do stick a like on this video as you come on, guys. There's one more story I wanted to discuss with you guys. Let me just get that in. I literally just saw that now. And I want to get your opinion on that. It's about a mistransfer target. So just bear with me. I will get it up shortly. Pause. If you hear loud buzzing, that would be my washing machine. So apologies for that as well. Yes. So apparently, Arsenal had another target in mind for the defence. It was a story I never actually covered. I didn't see anyone else cover it. And that is, we were after defender Gabriel. No, not that Gabriel, another Gabriel. The Lille star, Gabriel Magahalas. Let me try that again. Gabriel Magahalasis. I don't know. Never heard of him. I must confess, I've never heard of him. Mikel Arteta was determined to strengthen his options in the central defence after Callum Chambers was ruled out for the season. Apparently, we considered the likes of Nathan Ake, Jerome Boateng, John Stones. We obviously went for Mari. But Gabriel, oh no, I've heard of this guy, 22 years old. I've heard of this guy. Oh, we should have went for him. So yeah, according to Lille 10 Sport, the Lille centre-back, I completely forgot about that guy. Damn, I completely forgot about that guy. But anyway, apparently we submitted offers, plural, for this guy. And Lille turned them all down. 22 years old, very, very good defender. Good prospect. But I could see why they turned him down. Who would they have replaced him with? I could definitely see why they would have turned him down. They turned him down, and obviously we ended up with Mari. I still think I'm more confident about Mari than I am about Soares. That's damn sure. So I guess we'll see what happens. But yeah, that was interesting. I wanted to kind of get your takes on that. What do you think? Would he have been successful? Any knowledgeable French league esters in the chat? Do let me know. It's done, Evan. Don't worry. It literally happens 5 times, then it stops. So apologies for that. Anyway, let me come into the chat room. Please do stick a like on this video as I come in. I won't go on too long. It's a school night as well. I haven't really slept too well, so I want to try and catch up on sleep. So shall we do 7 minutes? And I promise tomorrow I'll do a longer show with you guys. So let's see how we go. Please do stick a like on this video. Is there anything else that you guys wanted to talk about? I know a lot of people are saying that I shouldn't moan like Twisted Gooner, but I think sometimes you have to let out moan. You have to. This club causes you to do it. It causes you to do it. But yeah. You must be joking. You must be joking. Listen, for me, seeing what it's people are acting like, oh well, you know, people, you guys are overreacting because you know, he didn't cost 30 million. It's like you guys can spit these bars about anyone else. Hell, you can even spit it about Mari, and I'd agree with you because no one heard of the guy prior to us being linked with him, and I'd be there. I'd be agreeing with you. But let's not act like Soares is going to be a surprise for anyone who's watched any sort of football in the Premier League in the last 5 years and seen this guy operate. You don't have to look far. There's so much evidence out there. Like, what are we talking about here? There's so much evidence out there. People are acting like, oh, well, you know, you're overreacting. He hasn't kicked ball for us. Why? Are you expecting something different to happen because he's at Arsenal? Because we've seen what he's like in the Premier League. Evan, me and Ola will be doing a UFC show on Thursday. So we'll cover all of this stuff. By the way, speaking of which, guys, if you haven't seen, me and Ola have started a UFC stroke boxing channel. The link is in the description below right now. It's the Combat Show. Yes, purposefully spelled incorrectly. The Combat Show. Please do go onto the channel, get those numbers up. Because also, I don't want people bitching when they've missed the show. So do subscribe to that channel. If you are into that type of thing, do subscribe to the channel. Let's get me and Ola's numbers through the roof. Cedric is better than Bellerin. I give Bellerin a lot of crap. Rightly so. Let me tell you something right now. You insult his name by ever saying such a stupid sentence. You insult his name. There's no chance. No chance. No chance. Nah, why would Lee? This is the second person that said that. Why would Lee be joining me now? No. Did I indicate Lee would join me? He did for my player ratings yesterday. That one's, by the way, on the channel if you guys want to see that. I uploaded that yesterday. But no, late night with Chigs are always just for me. Just for me. Mare or Mustafi next game. I will decide that when I come to the preview, my bro. I mean, Shiglo. Any questions, guys? Come on. Come on, bombard me. Bombard me. If it's a backup, I don't mind Cedric. You'll mind him when he starts kicking ball. Trust me. Just remember Chig told you. And then when Chig told you, you best believe when he fucks up for the first time, I might as well spoiler it. It's gonna be me sipping tea, doing a little pinky, doing a little Urzel, and I ain't gonna say a damn word. Cedric and Arteta's system will work. Mark my words. Cool, bruv. Cool. I ain't saying nothing. Chig, who would you have preferred instead of Soares? I think we were fine until the end of the season. Me personally, I would have gone with Ainsley and Hector, and then I would have said to myself, all right, cool. I'm going to probably go and get Max Aarons in the summer to challenge Hector long term. But for now, I'll stick with what we have. What's the point? Of all the areas we need to strengthen, right back weren't it? Don't get me wrong, it needs it, but not right now. That could have managed until the end of the season. Would have been fine. Yeah, somebody else asked that in the chat room. Update. I'm about to have my refund back within 3 to 5 working days, and they've given me a £15 voucher to use for Just Eat. So yeah, got my result in the end. Yeah, I agree with you, darling. I think he's 21, learning the game all the time. Like the way he played against us as well. I think he'll be a decent player for him. Lichtsteiner Part 2. Cool. That's all I'm saying is cool. I'm not going to defend myself over my thoughts about him anymore. What happened at Subway? Long story, long story, my guy. We are a possession-based team. Look at when Portugal won the Euros. He helped in all their knockout games. He helped by what? Being in the team. Or did he actually contribute? Hyper, come on. But, listen, for me, I like you, Hyper, because you've been listening to me for a long time, which can't be easy in itself because I rant a lot. And you are perfectly welcome to your opinion. My guy, you know you come up with better logic than that. Don't tell me that it's like when people use the logic, oh well, Mesut Ozil's a World Cup winner, so that's why we should keep him at Arsenal. Eh? Do you know what I mean? Or when people say, oh well, Arteta deserves the Arsenal job because he led us to an FA Cup win. It's that kind of flimsy logic. Like, what are you talking about right now? What do you think about Pep being dragged to ground on Twitter? Wow, what's happened now, Mike? Fill me in. Soares can play left back too, but it's odd we signed a hurt player. Exactly. So for those people who are going to use that logic about, oh, well, we've got no left backs and he can play left back, cool. Is he fit to play though? Last time I checked, he ain't. Your opinion, do you think Arteta drops Ozil Lacazette? Hugh. Honestly, I don't think he drops them both. And he should. I see a lot of people checked out on Lacazette, including Lee from what I saw today on Claude's channel. Big up, Claude, by the way. If you guys haven't had a chance to watch his show, Lee was on with him earlier. So go check that out. I don't think he's turned into a rubbish player. I just feel like when the confidence is that bad, you need to drop him. I would have sold him before this form. I want to say that on the record. I said in the summer, much to a lot of people's annoyance, that I would have sold them both. I would have sold them both. And I still maintain the same thing. I would have sold Uber and I would have sold Lacazette. I think we'll get less for Lacazette now. but yeah, I'd sell them both. Pereira is an excellent right back. We've got no chance of getting him there. Why would he come to us? Like, why? Arsenal FC, my club. That's the most enthusiastic message I've seen you come out with yet. Tony Easy, Arsenal are a joke. Raul isn't only interested in helping his agents' friends, not Arsenal. I must admit, I don't necessarily disagree with this statement. I won't go as hard as that, but I do feel like there's a you scratch your back, I scratch mine type situation. Sorry, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours type situation. I feel like, his super agent friends do get looked after by us. Because we're dumb enough to pay them premiums. We're dumb enough to do all the things that you would hope Arsenal would be smarter than. So yeah, I did answer this already. Cedric to make Chig eat his own words. Cool. Nimsy, just remember, I'm never wrong about these things. Especially if I put myself on the line like this. I'm never wrong about these things. By the way, don't come to me after one game. Come to me after 5 good games in a row. Then you can start talking. Because I predict you'll have one good game. Blimey. Give me 5 8 out of 10s for me to actually eat my own words. Mesut Ozil is the worst player for Arsenal. I feel like there are certain players that, to me, hold the club back. There are, don't get me wrong, there's a lot more players I don't rate, but there's certain players like a Mesut Ozil, like a Granit Xhaka, and I know Xhaka's been playing well, but like a Granit Xhaka, like a Mustafi, these are the sort of players, ironically, they're a close-knit group as well. These are the sort of players that will hold the club back for one form or another. Hyper, you're more than welcome. Apparently, Nimsy's with that island, is with you on that island, bro. Don't worry too much about that. At least we play good football under Wenger. We literally have nothing now. Well, people think we play for good football now. That's why my man has so much of a pass because, to me, Emery had a better start than this. But Arteta seems to have more of a pass than Emery because we played more better football, allegedly. Everybody thought Lichtsteiner would be great because he was a serial. Bro, don't get me started. See, this is why I like Evan. This is why I like Evan. This is why I like Irish. This is the Irish come real with it. Exactly. I remember having the same argument on this channel as well about Lichtsteiner. The same sort of stupid argument. And in my mind, I kept saying, why have we signed a 34-year-old? Why? Like, why? Of all the choices out there, why a 34-year-old? It feels like the cheap choice. It feels like the easy choice. And I remember my chat room was as lit as it is now. It was lit. It was more lit. With people telling me I was deluded. He's a winner. I saw certain man say subliminals for me on their own channel, saying that I didn't know what I was talking about because he was a winner. He was this. He was that. And I done told you motherfuckers before, Chig knows defenders. I told you before. So again, much like this, I decided, all right, let me shut my mouth. And through every calamity, through every slowpoke run, through every indecisive decision, I just sip my tea and minding my business, Kermit style. And the same thing will happen with Soares. The only thing I'll give him is he ain't that slow. I'll give him that. What he does with that pace. This is why I tell you, pace ain't everything. For all your Mari haters, pace ain't everything. Because you're going to see what Soares does in spite of the fact that he's decently paced. People basically giving up on Pepe on Twitter. Like, people been giving up on Pepe. And it ain't just Twitter, unfortunately. But I laugh. I shrug my shoulders. And I just say, okay, we'll see. Cedric Soares skipper. Oh, gosh, Nibsy. I feel like I should time you out for some of your nonsense sometimes. The head of the fan base thought he was better than Bellerin as soon as he signed. Well, that tells you all you need to know about the head of the fan base. That right there. See, I normally agree with Kerry. What did Kerry say? Big up to you, Mr. Gomez. I missed your donation straight up. Arsenal has shadowed their former selves, gobsmacked. What did Kerry say? Xhaka definitely has to go. Oh, for sure. Like this is why I carry my girl right there. Cheer for captain. I tell you what, I'd pay to scream at them in the dressing room. I'd pay. I'd pay for that privilege. We went from competing with Barcelona to getting battered by Burnley. We won't get anyone because the board think Pepe is enough for 5 seasons. Stan is worth over 10 billion, yet he spends nothing. Bro, not only is Stan worth 10 billion, the wife has more money. The wife has more money. Like, I think is it cakes that she's invested in? Or no, she owns, if you're in the UK, she owns the shop that owns Asda, I think. One of the two. She owns like a massive like supermarket chain in America. But obviously they have some English versions of that chain here. Like the wife has dough. The family has dough. Walmart, there you go. But brother, I'm not American, so I won't get that. But yes, Walmart. So when I say the wife has money, the wife has money. The wife has money. Pepe just came to the club, give him time, people. Chris, so this is why see, Chris is a sensible. You know? Big up to you. I'm having a sensible name. Look at that, Chris. Why can the club not develop defenders? Do you know what? And I think that is an excellent question. Actually, that is my favorite question. Why can't the club develop defenders? Maybe the same reason that the club can't. Not only are we not developing defenders who are young from early that come through the academy, but we don't develop. Or when was the last defender we improved? I mean, really think about it. When was the last defender that we can honestly say we improved? That in itself might show you where the issues are. For all the pairs flexing and stuff, you might need to invest in some young coaches that can actually coach in defending. Hold on. Walmart, how you doing, Chig? Asda is British supermarket. Walmart owns it. Yeah, Walmart owns a few things, a few different shops in England. Asda's being, I think, the biggest. What is Asda? Oh, okay, I'll answer that question. Uh, why have no journalists called out Arteta on persisting with Ozil and Laka? Good question. I guess they feel like, let's give Arteta some time. Once they start, put it this way, once the fans start kicking up a fuss about it, the journalists will. The journalists like feeding into our anger. And at the moment, the fans haven't written Arteta off. And listen, I'm not Arteta out. I can't explain that enough. I feel for him because I think he's been given an impossible job. But I also feel like I think so much more accountability needs to be held to Stan, to Josh, to Del Boy, Spanish Del Boy, Asian Ivan, and Clueless Edu. All of them they all need to be held accountable. Edu gets more of a pass because he's more of a recent comer, former Arsenal player. He brought in Martinelli, so I get why people give Edu more of a kind of bly about it. But the rest of them, for sure, need looking at. It all comes down to FFP. So why? Oh, here's the thing, Colin. You say that. Why are we the only club that seems to give a damn about FFP? Because no one else seems to. Which do I prefer, the FA Cup or the Europa League? It's got to be the Europa League based on what it could give us. Honestly, though, if it wasn't for that, FA Cup all day long. But for because of what it could give us, it has to be the Europa League. It has to be. If it wasn't the Champions League carrot, I'd say, listen, button the Europa League. Let's go for FA Cup. Pepe out. Chig, does Arsene deserve a statue or a stand named after him? Oh, man. It's a bit soon for all that. He does deserve one. He does. For his achievements, he does. And you're hating if you say otherwise. I prefer the idea of a stand rather than a statue. I think a statue would be defaced and it would turn into a massive issue. Whereas I think a stand would be more appropriate. But I feel like you could only do that off the back of success. And right now we are still weathering the storm, weathering the rot from his era. And I don't think it'll go down well. But in time, of course he does. Well gone, Ryan. I hope you're well, man. Then there's a fraud. Need my Arsenal fix. All right. Well, I'm about to bounce up out of here. Okay, I think I've covered everyone. Have I missed anyone? Have I missed anyone? I don't think I have. A stand would be better, right? See? That's why me and Kerry are like that. Because we got each other. VP in the house. One last question, guys. Give me one last question to bounce up out of here with. Please do stick a like on this video. I will be coming to a late night with Chig pretty much every single night this week. On Thursday, me and Ola will be doing a UFC show. So do stick around with that. We're going to be covering everything from Stephen A. Smith to the Jorge and Usman stuff to obviously 247 preview. So do just come to us. We'll cover all of that stuff. What else? Chig Flicks, got a couple of reviews I need to check out and put on there. I've also added a new thing to this channel, which I'm hoping I'll be able to edit and add into this. So once I do, check that out. Hope you guys like it. I think that's pretty much it. One last question. Sign me off one last question. Yeah, Chig has definitely done his OT for the night. Where's my OT at, VP? There's that at. First time in the stream, mate. Oh, thank you, Mr. Freshwater. I'd appreciate your subscribe and I'd appreciate your like. If that won't be too kind. But thank you. I appreciate the love, brother. Welcome. Did you cover Mavropanos over the weekend? No, I didn't. Did he do anything good? Masvidal to beat Usman. You must be smoking bone. What players' tactics should we have throughout the midfield? Give me your thoughts. Okay, I'll sign off on this one. Nimsy, I'm going to ignore your question because I feel like you're just in troll mode. What players' tactics what players' tactics and play we should have throughout our midfield? What do we need in our midfield? It's not talked about enough. Give me your thoughts. For me, I'd love to have a DM. I'd love to have a DM that does nothing but being a DM. I think there's so much emphasis at the moment of if you're a defender, you've got to be able to be a sweeper. You've got to be able to be a ball player. You've got to be able to receive the ball, pass the ball. You've got to be able to... And I don't think there's enough specialists. We're too bothered trying to find footballers in every position rather than just finding dogged specialists. Like, if you notice, Some of the players that we remember the fondest are doggers specialists. Gilberto being one of them, right? Gilberto, I love Gilberto. Never got the plaudits he deserved, really. Because he was a dogged specialist. My man couldn't do nothing else. But the one thing he could do is break up play and hit a 5-yard pass. Break up play, 5-yard pass. Break up play, 5-yard pass. That was all he did. Adams, none of this fancy stuff. My man knew he had no pace. So he positioned himself well, got the ball, passed it off to somebody who could. Passed it to a Keown. Passed it to a Vieira. You know? Vieira wasn't a DM, but what Vieira was very good at was collecting the ball from deep and just gunning it. Straight down the middle. If you were brave enough to tackle him, good luck. Good luck. We don't have enough of those just specialist types. And I feel like if you had one DM guy that was just a cleanup guy, and then one guy who could just hit your 40-yard balls, hit your power, do the dribbles. If we had a mixture of a Granit Xhaka and a Joe Willock type of player, to be perfectly honest, that is the core you need in midfield. That's why I like Decore, because I think Decore can do that. I mean, Decore is a powerful runner. He can collect the ball from deep and just run. He's also a very good passer. People don't realize that. Soemir, another one. Excellent player. And that's why he's valued at so much money. So much money. He's so good at just them. My ideal partnership for midfield would be Sangara and Soemir in the center of that midfield. And then come and see if we can see the stupid goals. Not for one single second that we could see the stupid goals. Because the power in that midfield, it's like, come fuck with us after having two geezers in there. One of them who does nothing but tackle and just barges people over. And the other person collects the ball from deep, has power in it himself, but can just glide on the ball and hit a nice little 30-yard pass forward. That's what you want. Well, we're just fanning about. Oh, gosh. It's so stressful being an Arsenal fan. Then meanwhile, you've got idiots like Nimsy that telling me, Soares is going to be a good player. He should be captain. Come the fuck on. Oh, anyway, done ranting. I'm my old man swag. But anyway, let me go out of here before I insult every single person that disagrees with me. I don't mean it, Nimsy. I'm just annoyed. But just drive up the likes for me. Hit the subscribe button. And I'll be back again tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll calm down a little bit. All right. Take care. Peace.